This is my everyday leg, or a walking leg, as some of us call it. And then this is the running prosthetic that I use to run. Hi everyone, my name is Danielle McLaughlin, and I'm here to share what it's like to be an amputee wearing a prosthetic leg. Do you consider yourself a person with a disability? Yes, definitely, but people often question that. So recently I said, I'm a disabled person, and the person next to me at the table said, don't you run marathons? I said, yeah, but I can still be a disabled person. I'm just doing a lot as a disabled person, and that's great. What was it like to finish your first race? So my first race that I finished after losing my leg was a triathlon, and it was a really incredible experience for me. It was so empowering, and it really propelled me in a new direction, not only with physical activity, but also mentally, to say I can do more, and this is not going to be something that is going to hold me back. Can you share your prosthetic leg with other amputees? No, that would be really great if we could, because it would save a lot of money. However, they're made specific to the person. So the foot portion is manufactured, but the socket, which is the rest of the prosthetic, is made specific to me. This is my everyday leg, or a walking leg, as some of us call it. And then this is the running prosthetic that I use to run. And then there are even legs for biking. Some people have hiking legs. Really, whatever you like to do, you could potentially get a prosthetic made that enables you to be able to do that. What caused you to lose your leg? When I was 16, I was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer called synovial sarcoma, which resulted in the amputation of my left leg below the knee. Describe waking up after surgery and not having your leg. You know, it was a really interesting feeling because I was young. I was 16, and I didn't know what to expect. And at first, you can still feel your limb there, which is very weird. But as time went on, I had to learn to live life with a disability, and I was able to do that through the support of great physicians and family and friends and a great prosthetist and a strong community of disabled people around me. Can you jump or go on trampolines? I like this one. Yeah, I can. I don't feel like I bounce the same way I would, but I tend to hop on my sound side, which is my right side, or some of us call it our good side. How do you feel about having a stump? Well, I really don't like the word stump. I never have. And so I was lucky enough that my friends changed the name to Murphy. So instead of calling it my stump, we call it Murphy. Murph is great. My life completely transformed after becoming an amputee, and it changed the way I viewed the world. So I think Murph and I are in a great relationship. Is buying shoes frustrating? Oh, yes. If I could wear a pair of heels, I would be so happy. I know there are bigger problems than that, but boots are hard to buy. Heels, on my wedding, I was really bummed I couldn't wear heels. So it can be frustrating, but I guess, again, we're fortunate to live in today's day and age where I can just get on Amazon or Zappos, and I really dig deep to find the right shoes for myself. What do you wish you could do but can't? One thing that I miss is going to the beach and just being able to run into the waves without having to think about, okay, I'm going to take my prosthetic off, and then I'm going to hop to the ocean, which is not easy when the sand is hot, and then I'm going to get in. There's something I miss about just like running into the ocean and feeling the waves splash on you. I have seen some prosthetics recently that allow you to go into the ocean, so I think I'll get there someday. How has UC San Diego Health affected your life? I've been really fortunate to be a patient here. Each and every time I come in, the physicians and the nurses and the other providers or team members really know my story, and I feel like I'm the only patient that they're seeing. There's a strong relationship here between patients and providers, and I've gotten to experience it throughout many facets of the system, whether it be through the primary care providers or through orthopedics or through the cancer center. And I feel really fortunate to be not only a patient, but an employee here. Do you take your prosthetic leg off in front of people? Not typically, though I will if I feel like I'm in a safe environment. It makes me feel really exposed when I take it off. It's almost like a security blanket to me. So when I don't wear it, it's typically at home. I wear my prosthetic almost all hours of the day, other than when I'm sleeping or every once in a while when I'm relaxing on the couch. How has your prosthetic affected your dating life? So I'm married now, thank God. But when I wasn't married, it was a difficult thing to deal with. It really varied based on the person and the situation. However, I often waited quite some time to share this story and to share my story specifically. I mean, it's kind of deep and it's a lot for some people to take on, to hear that I survived cancer twice and how aggressive it was, and then to have to lose your leg at such a young age. It's like sometimes I want people to know me for me before they know me as my story, if that makes sense. What would you tell your 16-year-old self about your life today? I would probably tell her that it's going to be okay, and it's still going to be hard to find shoes. But all of the lessons that you've learned after surviving cancer twice and losing your leg at a young age when you're still learning who you are will really make you the strong person that you are today, and will also help drive you in your future directions. It was a defining moment in my life that at first I thought was a negative, and now I'm able to see that it's a real positive.